citizen to a citizen, boy. Citizen to a citizen, boy.
Key to life.
Another one. And now, our feature presentation.
Pause, yeah.
Alright, citizens, welcome back to another episode of
Pose.
Alright, more bad news. Actually, let me try and start it with some good news. Real quick good news. There's been a lot of chatter about the brace ruling by the ATF being that injunction going nationwide. So, I would confirm this, but apparently it was struck down by one of the courts, and it's now effective nationwide, where you can put your pistol braces back on. Don't take my word for it. Contact the ATF directly and see what you can find out, or you can go online. I think they have it there. I haven't gone on there because it really doesn't impact me anymore. But yeah, that's what I heard. It was inspired by a Chicago family that was robbed and carjacked at their home at gunpoint. So I guess the wife was coming home with the daughter, parked the car, was walking to the door. Two assailants ran up to them. The daughter ran in the house. The wife fell on the floor, started getting smacked around.
Damn.
Got some guns pulled on her. They wanted her car keys. Couldn't really tell what kind of car it was or what kind of car they really wanted. Let me roll the footage in now.
Armed robbers target a woman in her backyard with her daughter just steps away.
It was a total violation of safety. And it happened in our backyard.
Tonight, CBS 2's Marissa Perlman is in Beverly, where the family is coming to terms with the ordeal.
I thought that I wasn't going to be here anymore.
Michelle Pettiford won't watch her home surveillance video, which captures the moment she and her 12-year-old daughter were carjacked at gunpoint. They just pulled into their garage in the back of their Beverly home. Two men ran up the driveway and pushed Michelle to the ground, demanding her car keys. Michelle's daughter runs inside and calls police.
She ran upstairs, used her phone, dialed 911. By the time we came back in, she was on the phone with 911. She handed it to me. So I knew right away how courageous she was.
Get out! Give me the keys!
The suspects become increasingly angry, looking for the keys to Michelle's car. You see Jeff try to de-escalate by telling them to take his car, parked in the driveway with the keys inside. He helps them start his car. The two suspects eventually jump into his car and drive off, leaving the terrified parents on the ground in their own backyard.
I looked at how they treated my wife and daughter, 12-year-old, and I know that they will hurt and kill people. And they're out there now.
All right. So at the end of the day, the daughter was calling 911. The husband was inside, saw what was happening, came outside. When he came outside, he got a gun pointed at him. And then he was walked over to the garage. They couldn't find the keys to the other car, which probably I don't know. I'm just thinking that this was probably a setup, and she may have been driving like one of those Hellcats or Scat Packs or whatever the kids are stealing nowadays, and that's why they were hell bent on getting her keys and not the keys that the husband was trying to give them. They ended up just getting out of there with the other car and left. So now you have a traumatized family. Clearly they didn't have any firearms. They didn't come out with any firearms. Would it have made a difference? Yeah, in this video, it would have made a difference in many ways. If the wife had a firearm, the two assailants turned their back. I'll put that up there. Turned their back on the wife several times for enough seconds to go ahead and get a firearm out and 2 shots. There was nobody around them at the time, and they could have, she could have done that, or the husband could have came out with his firearm and shot at them to go ahead and stop the threat. You know, does this work all the time? It doesn't work all the time, but it works sometimes, right? You know, these crooks, these assailants, these criminals, they're just as scared as guns as we are. I'll go ahead and roll a clip in here.
Gold store wasted no time defending himself and his business from 2 armed robbers. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Surveillance video captures the tense moments. The masked and hooded robbers walk in the front door. What they didn't know is the owner had a gun in the back of his pants. He sees them, pulls his gun, and the gunfire erupts. Fox 4's Amelia Jones spoke to that store owner. Joins us live from Mesquite right now with more. Amelia.
Steve, the store owner told us that this is the 3rd time someone's tried to rob him in the past 5 years. Every time he's scared them off and police caught them. He's hoping Mesquite police also catch these 2 men.
It's a quick 3 seconds. I mean, there's no time to think. It's all reaction.
This store owner's quick reaction might have just saved his life. Watch this surveillance video from last Thursday at a Cash for Gold store on Town East Boulevard in Mesquite. Tin, who doesn't want us to use his last name out of safety, is in the back of the store when 2 masked and hooded men come inside. One pulls out a gun and a shootout starts.
Everybody just calm down.
Everything was slow motion to me. I saw the mask, I saw the hoodie, I saw the gun come out.
Tin shot first, and the 2 armed men fired back 3 times. No one was hurt, but bullets hit the glass counter, the walls, and Tin's golf bag.
Luckily, it wasn't me.
This isn't the first time Tin's had to defend his store. Watch this surveillance video from July 2019. Again, 2 armed men come into the store. When they try to get to Tin in the back of the store, he fires off a warning shot, and it scares them off.
I think it's, you know, the cash business, the gold business, it seems to be an easy target for them, but it's actually not.
Yeah, so as you can see, these 2 guys, they go into this shop. It's looks like a cash pawn shop or what have you, which they're known to have cash in there, and you know, tried to rob it. This store owner, business owner, he's been robbed in the past, so he took it upon himself to go ahead and protect himself, protect his business, and that he did. And he looked like he was ready. He looked like he was ready. The people coming in, he saw a gun and drew his gun, and then the 2 guys coming in drew their guns and you know, started firing as he was firing. He wasn't waiting to become the next victim or the next chalk outline on the floor. Same thing with this incident in the Bronx. This just happened last night. I'll roll that clip.
With the suspect dead.
Investigators say the 23-year-old man was trying to rob the store when an employee inside pulled out a gun, shooting and killing the suspect. The whole thing caught on surveillance video.
Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon has the latest from the Mount Hope section of the Bronx.
Police are questioning the person who was working here at the time and investigating whether he shot and killed a robber. Detectives have access to surveillance video from the store to see what went down. We obtained video from another building to show you the timing.
A camera rolling just after midnight caught the final moments of this young man's life.
Damn,
you can
son.
see him walking up to the store, stopping, touching his pockets, looking around, adjusting his mask, then going in, reaching into his jacket while opening the door. We're going to show you this video in real time. Exactly 7 seconds after he walks in, he is shot. The door flies open, and another young man nearly trips over the shooting victim on the ground, stumbles out of the store, looking shaken by what just happened. We don't know if he was a witness or the person working at the store who pulled the trigger, but he doesn't leave right away. Paramedics arrive a few minutes later, unable to revive the 23-year-old wounded man who was pronounced dead at the scene. Inside the store, a bullet hole can be seen in a shattered glass refrigerator door, a shell casing on the floor, evidence of the violence and chaos that unfolded in a matter of seconds. This afternoon, Bodega and Small Business Group founder Francisco Marte stopped by, saying neighborhood shops like this are in danger.
especially if they're selling cannabis products, which are supposed to be cash purchases.
They are being targeted by the criminals because they know they have monies, or they have stuff that they can resell it and make money.
And neighbors say this business recently changed.
It just became a dispensary, like maybe a month and a half.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, of all places, at the end, they say he wasn't from there. Well, yeah, he wasn't from there, because you just don't go to the Bronx and rob the local neighborhood weed spot, right? that just doesn't happen. So yeah, he unfortunately he didn't make it out like the other criminals did. 23 years dead. He's probably going to have a grieving family. They're all going to probably say, you know, he didn't have to die, you didn't have to kill him. Well, you know, these are all decisions that we all have to make. And, you know, I believe in the 5 whys. Why did this happen, right? You know, and ask yourself 5 whys. You know, why did this kid find himself in the Bronx? Why did he get a gun? You know, why did he feel like that he needed to steal? If you go back far enough, right, you really figure out really why he was there. And, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of history behind it, but, you know, he just didn't make good decisions. Can carrying a firearm make a difference? Absolutely. You know, it could be life or death for you. And I'll explain that in a little bit. Just because you have a firearm doesn't mean you know how to defend yourself. So it's not just the firearm, right? You need training, you need knowledge, you need patience, you need understanding. You know, I'm not going to say common sense, because common sense goes out the window with the gust of a good strong breeze. So, you know, you definitely need constant training, and you need to know the law in your state and the states that you travel to or you travel through. So it's not just owning a firearm, you know, it's concealing a firearm, you know, making sure that you know what to do, when to do, how to do it when you're faced with it. You know, just really getting the training, getting the firearm is the first step, you know, and honestly, I would say get the training, you know, before you actually get your firearm, you know, just to know if this is what you really want to do and commit to. I may sound like a hypocrite because I didn't get the training first. I didn't know better, right? I didn't have so many outlets at the time when I started purchasing firearms or dealing with firearms. I knew nothing. I learned along the way, and that's when my level of respect and responsibility grew immensely, to the point where now I'm able to teach others and you know, give them good advice. Anyway, I don't want to draw this out. I just wanted to go ahead and just bring some awareness around the situation. These things are happening daily. It happened to the guy over in LA. He was pushing his key in his door. Did a story about that, episode 17, and they just jumped over his fence. I don't know if they wanted to get in the house or just rob him. He didn't know either. He turned around, he shot back, they ran, you know. So in his case, carrying a firearm did make a difference, but that could have gone left. As the other 2 guys, as all 3 of these stories that were showcased in this video, it could have went left real fast. And it did in one of them, but to the favor of the person trying to defend himself. So if any criminals out there watching, you know, make some better decisions, all right?
Play stupid games and stupid prizes. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you another time.
You're still here. It's over.
Another one.